So friends, in the last lecture we have studied methods of passive water absorption, as well as we have studied difference between active and passive absorption. Okay, now we are going to study the last point from this chapter, that is factors affecting the rate of water absorption. We know the water absorption is affected by various external and internal factors. External means climatic or environment factors, and internal factors related with the within the plant body. What are the external factors which affect the rate of water absorption? First, availability of soil water. When the soil is dry or when there is no availability of water, how will be the rate of water absorption? The rate of absorption, definitely it will be minimum or negligible, because if no water, how it can the plant will absorb? जसं आपण मराठीत म्हण आहे, आडात नाही तर पोऱ्यात कुठून येणार. म्हणजे जमिनीत जर पाणी नाही ते वनस्पती पाणी कसं काय absorb करेल? सो अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सॉइल वॉटर, जर पाणी सॉइलमध्ये प्लेंटी अवेलेबल असेल भरपूर प्रमाणात, तर रेट ऑफ वॉटर ॲब्सॉर्प्शन कसं असेल? जास्त असेल. सो water absorption rate, it is based on availability of soil water. When the soil water is available in plenty, the rate of water absorption is also maximum. So rate of water absorption is directly proportional to availability of soil water. Second factor, concentration of soil solution. Soil solution means, soil solution, it is the mixture of different types of minerals, nutrients, salts in the water, in the soil, that we call as a soil solution. When these minerals or salts or nutrients, when they are mixed, where their concentration is high, then that soil solution we call concentrated soil solution. When in the soil maximum concentration is there, then there is minimum rate of water absorption. Why it happens? जेवढं पाण्यामध्ये वेगळ्या प्रकारचे क्षार जास्त त्याच्यामध्ये डिझॉल्व्ह होतील, तेवढं पाण्याची प्युरिटी कमी होते. मग पाण्याची प्युरिटी जर कमी झाली, पर्यायाने रेट ऑफ वॉटर ॲब्सॉर्प्शन कसं होईल? कमी असेल. म्हणून मिनिमम द कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन, मॅक्झिमम विल बी वॉटर ॲब्सॉर्प्शन. मॅक्झिमम कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ऑफ salts in the soil solution, minimum will be the rate of water absorption. So by this way we can say that if the concentration of the minerals or salts in the soil, it is moderate or minimum, then rate of water absorption will be maximum. So that is the effect of concentration of soil on water absorption. Third factor, soil aeration. We know the roots of the plant grow in the soil, and the root cells, we know they are living cells, and as they are living, so they will require aeration, they will require oxygen for the respiration. So in the soil, when there is a minimum aeration, when there is a minimum availability of oxygen, what will happen? How will be the rate of transpiration, rate of water absorption? It will be minimum, because aeration or oxygen is essential for the respiration of root cells, and we know root cells, they are involved in water absorption. When root cells get maximum energy, when root cells grow normally, so they will absorb maximum water. And if root cells are not getting oxygen, root cells are not getting normal respiration, so they will not function metabolically normal. So if the soil has good aeration, there will be the maximum rate of water absorption. So that is the effect of soil aeration on the water absorption. Then fourth external factor, that is called soil temperature. Soil temperature, we know it affects the growth and development of the roots. Increase or decrease in temperature of the soil affects severely on rate of water absorption. For example, when the soil temperature is minimum, for example, frozen condition, for example, in the winter season, the temperature may go below 10 degrees centigrade. What happens? The root cells get shrink due to water get starting frozening, water starting to give freezed. So at that stage, rate of water absorption will be minimum. Similarly, for example, if temperature goes beyond 40 or 45 degrees centigrade, what will happen? The loss of water by transpiration, it will be maximum, and so water will be absorbed more and it will lose that water by transpiration, so soil become waterless. So in that situation also it affects negatively on the metabolism. But when the temperature of the soil is in between 20 to 30 degrees centigrade, it is observed that maximum absorption of water takes place at this range of temperature. So increase or decrease of this temperature range between 20 to 30, it will affect negatively on the rate of water absorption. So 20 to 30 degrees centigrade is the optimum range of soil temperature for maximum water absorption. So these are the external factors which affects the rate of water absorption. Now the second group of factors called as a internal factors. Internal factors means these factors are related with the plants and plant cells or plant organs within the plant body. Many internal factors, they affect variously on the rate of water absorption. What are these factors? First factor, rate of transpiration. Rate of transpiration means loss of water in the form of vapors from the aerial parts of the plant body. That is, for example, from the stomatal openings of the leaves. So during the daytime when sunlight is falling on the leaves, so stomata get open and the loss of water or transpiration starts. And as transpiration starts, loss of water starts, so automatically it will absorb more water from the stem and leaf root. From the root will absorb more water from the soil. So increase in rate of transpiration during the daytime increases the rate of water absorption. So what it indicates? The rate of transpiration is directly proportional to the rate of water absorption. Next, internal factor, type of absorbing organs. Absorbing organs means the root system, types of roots, number of root hairs, etc. etc. All these internal factors. त्या रूट्समध्ये किती रूट्स हेअर्स आहेत, रूट्स कुठल्या प्रकारचे आहेत, ते रूट सिस्टीम काही वेगळ्या एखाद्या मायक्रोरायझल फंजाय उदाहरणार्थ त्यांच्याशी त्यांचं इंटर रिलेशन्स ग्रोथ आहे का, असं असेल तर तिथे रेट ऑफ वॉटर ॲब्सॉर्प्शन आपल्याला जास्त बघायला मिळेल. म्हणजे जास्त रूट हेअर असतील तर पर्यायाने वॉटर ॲब्सॉर्प्शन जास्त, रूट्स जास्त मुळं असतील झाडाला तर पर्यायाने ते झाड जास्त पाणी जमिनीमधून शोषून घेईल, नाही का, हे नॅचरल आहे. मग टाईप्स ऑफ ॲब्सॉर्बिंग ऑर्गॅन्स जसं रूट हेअर्स आहेत, मायक्रोरायझा मीन्स काही फंजाय, काही सॉईल फंजाय हे वनस्पतींच्या मुळांबरोबर वाढत असतात, मुळांभोवती ते गुंडाळलेले असतात. आणि इट इज ऑब्झर्व दॅट दिस सच अ फंजाय व्हॉट वी कॉल्ड अ मायक्रोरायझा when they are associated with the root system of that plant, it is observed that plant roots absorb more water when they are associated with mycorrhiza as compared to the normal roots. So based on the presence of mycorrhiza, number of roots, number of root hairs, etc., it promotes or increases the rate of water absorption. The next factor which affect the rate of water absorption, it is rate of metabolism. What is metabolism? It is the total sum of anabolism and catabolism, means constructive and destructive phenomena, all these which are going on, which are diurnally going on in the plant, what we call the metabolism or metabolic activities. When the plant has normal metabolism, anabolism as well as catabolism, when it is at the normal rate, it is observed that rate of water absorption is maximum. If metabolism is disturbed, the rate of water absorption will also be डिस्टर्ब. समजा फोटोसिंथेसिस झालं नाही, राईट, लॉस ऑफ वॉटर झाला नाही, ट्रान्सपिरेशन नाही, किंवा सूर्यप्रकाश नसेल तर ट्रान्सपिरेशन नाही, ट्रान्सपिरेशन नसेल तर पर्यायाने वॉटर ॲब्सॉर्प्शन सुद्धा होणार नाही. सो दिस इज इंटररिलेशन बिटवीन द रेट ऑफ मेटाबॉलिक ॲक्टिव्हिटीज अँड absorption rate of water. And last factor which affects the rate of water absorption, that is the root pressure. The root pressure, which develops the hydrostatic pressure in the roots, which helps in transport of water from outer root surface to the xylem. A root pressure, naturally it is developed in the roots of the plant, and maximum is that root pressure, the rate of water absorption will be maximum. So root pressure directly affect the rate of water absorption. In this way, friends, we have completed the second topic, that is water absorption. Now in the next period we will go to the next third topic in the next period. Okay, thank you.